Hey, Raiders fans. Today we've got a deep dive into what's happening with our Las Vegas Raiders and some of the moves that could shake up this roster. So buckle up because there's a lot to unpack. Right now, the team sits at 2-6, and it's clear there are areas that need improvement if this season is going to go around. One of the biggest questions hanging over the team has been the wide receiver room, especially after the Jacoby Myers trade. There's been chatter about bringing in a veteran to add leadership and consistency. But personally, I feel like the best path forward might actually be simpler than some think. We have promising young talent in Dante Thornton Jr. and Jack Bess, and giving them more snaps could be the key to developing the core of this offense moving forward. But at the same time, if the Raiders decide to pursue an experienced option, there are a few names worth considering. Tyler Boyd immediately comes to mind. He's proven, reliable, and could seamlessly fit into the offense, offering both experience and stability. Another name that has surfaced, and this one has a bit of historical intrigue, is Robert Woods. He has ties to multiple coaches, including past connections with Pete Carroll and a history that links back to USC in 2009. Woods has maintained consistency in his career, appearing in at least 14 games each of the last 3 seasons, which makes him a dependable option. He's currently on a practice squad, but if the Raiders wanted to bring him aboard, it would require moving him to the active roster. Both Boyd and Woods are interesting choices, but at the end of the day, prioritizing the growth of Jack Bess and Dante Thornton Jr. might be the smarter move for long-term gains. Shifting over to the offensive line, the conversation arrows down to a couple of positions that might be realistically addressed through free agency. Guard and center. Right now, the interior line has a mix of veterans and younger players, but there are gaps that could be filled if the team wants to protect the quarterback and support the running game more effectively. Shaq Mason is a name that stands out. With a decade of experience and over 140 career starts, Mason offers reliability and expertise, particularly at right guard. He's a better pass blocker than a run blocker, which could align well with what the Raiders want to achieve if JPJ is shifted to center. Mason's skill set and experience would provide security in case of injuries or inconsistencies on the line. Another player to consider is Mark Glowinski, who has experience playing guard on both sides of the line and connections to coaching staff that could make a transition smoother. Then there's Liam Eichenberg, a former second-round pick who has versatility across almost every position on the line. While his PFF numbers have not been stellar, he could still serve as a depth piece and provide insurance if needed. Even though the team recently invested in rookies like Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant, having veteran options available can be crucial, especially in a season where injuries are never far away. Now, if the Raiders had the opportunity to sign just one player, I believe the focus should shift to the defensive side of the football. Defensive reinforcements could provide immediate impact and help the team compete in games more effectively. The defensive line, in particular, has been a focal point for potential upgrades. Last season, the team explored options around the trade deadline, and it's clear that adding an edge rusher or a disruptive presence could dramatically influence the defense. Shaquille Barrett is a veteran example, someone with experience and championship pedigree, including a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. While he's past his prime, Barrett's ability to bring pressure and mentor younger players is valuable. Another player to watch is DeMarcus Walker, who offers versatility and consistency on the edge. With previous connections to the Raiders' front office and a history of being a reliable teammate, Walker could integrate quickly and strengthen the pass rush. Linebacker play remains an area of concern as well. The team's coverage ability at the position has been subpar, and strategic adjustments could make a significant difference. Some internal adjustments, like reassigning players to roles that fit their strengths, could improve overall performance. However, if the Raiders want to explore free agency, adding a player who can generate pressure in key moments, such as on third down or in specialized packages, could provide a meaningful boost. Defensive versatility, especially in hybrid linebacker and edge roles, is a concept the Raiders could leverage to maximize their current roster while also injecting fresh energy. The secondary, as always, presents both challenges and opportunities. There are multiple positions where depth and talent can make a dramatic difference in the team's defensive efficiency. While top-tier cornerbacks and safeties might not realistically be available, there are still players who bring experience, leadership, and positional flexibility. Justin Simmons, for example, has a track record of high-level play and familiarity with the AFC West, making him an intriguing hypothetical target, though there are questions around availability and interest. Other names like Asante Samuel Jr. and DeMonte Kazi offer versatility and could fill gaps, whether in nickel packages or as rotational options on the outside. Stephon Gilmore, while older, brings the ability to serve as a secondary leader and potentially transition to safety, a role that can extend his impact while maintaining a high level of play. Jordan Whitehead and John Johnson are other players who could contribute immediately, offering experience, positional flexibility, and affordable options for the team to strengthen the back end. Ultimately, the Raiders are navigating a season filled with challenges, but also with clear opportunities to improve. With strategic signings, internal adjustments, and a focus on development for younger players, the Silver and Black can work to become more competitive, even in a season that has not gone according to plan so far. The decisions made now, both in free agency and in how the roster is utilized week to week, will shape the trajectory of the team moving forward. Every move matters, from reinforcing the offensive line to targeting defensive upgrades, because the team is sending a message to players, agents, and fans alike. The Raiders are committed to building for the future while still fighting to compete today. The combination of experience, talent, and strategic coaching adjustments can help bring some stability and hope to a team that has shown flashes of potential but has yet to fully realize it. Continuing on the defensive side, the Raiders have a number of areas where shoring up depth could make a huge difference, especially when it comes to the pass rush and secondary coverage. Edge rushers and defensive ends remain critical because putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks not only creates sacks, but also disrupts timing and forces mistakes. Players like Clelin Ferrell and Chandler Jones have had moments of impact, but injuries and inconsistency have left the Raiders looking for a little more reliability. Bringing in someone with experience and a proven track record, even if they're not in their prime, can provide immediate reinforcement. Veterans who have seen multiple offensive schemes and can mentor younger players are invaluable, particularly for a team in transition. Someone like DeMarcus Walker could fit this mold perfectly. He's played in multiple systems, understands what it takes to adapt quickly, and brings a presence that can energize the defensive line while also providing rotation flexibility. Linebacker play is another area that deserves careful attention. The Raiders have struggled with coverage at the position, and opponents have exploited it throughout the season. Adjusting roles within the current roster can help, but targeted additions could transform a unit. Players who can rush the passer, fill gaps against the run, and cover tight ends and running backs are difficult to find, but they make a significant difference in keeping offenses off balance. A player who can be used situationally, especially on third downs or in key red zone moments, adds strategic depth without demanding heavy snaps every week. This approach not only improves immediate performance, but also allows the team to maximize the strengths of existing players. Young linebackers like Lonnie Johnson and Jeremy Chin have talent, but pairing them with a veteran presence ensures they have guidance and a chance to develop without being thrown into every high-pressure situation unprepared. The secondary remains a focus because of the importance of creating turnovers, defending deep passes, and maintaining consistency across games. Depth and versatility are key here. Players who can rotate between cornerback and safety roles, or who can play in nickel and dime packages, allow the defensive coordinator to be creative while keeping personnel fresh. Stephon Gilmore, while older, provides a unique opportunity to bring leadership and experience to a secondary that has shown moments of vulnerability. Transitioning him into a safety role could extend his career and maintain high-level coverage, giving the team options against both passing and rushing attacks. Jordan Whitehead offers a similar type of versatility, but with the added benefit of youth and recent starting experience. He's familiar with multiple positions in the secondary, making him a potential anchor for the back end. John Johnson, with his ability to cover both deep and short zones, adds another layer of flexibility and can help stabilize a unit that has been inconsistent. Even younger players like Asani Samuel Jr., when healthy and properly utilized, can contribute in specialized packages, offering speed and coverage in critical moments. Special teams, while often overlooked, also play a role in field position and momentum. Effective coverage units, returners, and reliable kicking can change the course of a game. Though not the headline of roster discussions, these roles matter significantly in close contests. Adding players who can contribute on special teams while also providing positional depth on offense or defense maximizes the value of each signing. The Raiders have historically benefited from multi-role players who can fill gaps in unexpected ways, and continuing to prioritize that approach can provide both tactical and roster flexibility. Looking ahead, the Raiders' strategy seems to revolve around a balance of developing young talent and supplementing with experienced veterans who can step in and contribute immediately. This approach ensures that while the team invests in the future, it does not sacrifice competitiveness today. Rookies like Dante Thornton Jr. and Jack Bess are clearly part of the long-term plan, and giving them the opportunity to take on larger roles while surrounding them with players who have proven track records can accelerate their growth. Similarly, strategic signings on both the offensive line and defensive positions can stabilize units that have struggled with injuries and performance inconsistency. Shaq Mason, for example, offers reliability on the interior line and could complement the younger tackles and guards already on the roster. Adding someone with his experience ensures that the quarterback has protection and the running game has a consistent platform, which directly impacts offensive efficiency. The front office and coaching staff have to weigh each potential move carefully, considering not just talent, but also culture, leadership, and adaptability. Bringing in a player is not solely about statistics or past performance. It's about how that individual integrates with teammates, follows the system, and contributes to a competitive mindset. The Raiders' leadership has historically valued these intangible qualities, and that philosophy continues to shape free agency decisions. Players who fit the culture, demonstrate professionalism, and have a willingness to mentor younger teammates are often prioritized over raw talent alone because they help set a standard within the locker room. This approach ensures continuity, resilience, and a foundation for sustainable success beyond a single season. As the season progresses, every signing, every roster adjustment, and every snap taken by young or veteran players will send signals about the team's direction. Focusing on defensive upgrades, particularly in the pass rush and secondary, can shift the trajectory of games in the short term while keeping the Raiders competitive. Simultaneously, investing in offensive line depth and developing young receivers provide the platform for offensive growth and stability. Balancing these priorities requires a combination of strategic vision, keen evaluation, and timely execution. The Raiders' path forward hinges on making calculated decisions that maximize impact, whether through free agency or internal development. Every choice sends a message. This is a team committed to improvement, to competition, and to building a foundation that can sustain success in the seasons to come. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Chaos seems to be brewing in the Raiders camp, and insiders are whispering about tensions that could define the season. The latest spark? Quarterback Kenny Pickett reportedly demanded a fourth down attempt during a critical moment, only to be vetoed by head coach Chip Kelly, a clash that allegedly set the sideline ablaze. Sources close to the team say the incident didn't just cause a minor disagreement. It has shaken the locker room and left fans questioning the chemistry between Kelly and his signal caller. According to The Buzz, Pickett, known for his competitive fire, was pushing for a high-stakes call in the red zone, a play that could have swung momentum in the Raiders' favor. But Kelly, sticking to his conservative game plan, refused to greenlight the fourth down gamble. Eyewitnesses claim the debate was heated, with players on the sideline visibly taking sides. It was intense, one anonymous source said. You could feel the tension. This wasn't just a disagreement, it was a statement from both sides. The fallout, however, may be bigger than a single play. Analysts and former players are speculating that this incident highlights deeper issues within the Raiders' offense. Pickett, in just his second season, is reportedly growing frustrated with what he perceives as limitations imposed by Kelly's system. Meanwhile, Kelly is determined to maintain control over the game plan, insisting that discipline comes before heroics. The clash of philosophies, Pickett's instinctive, aggressive approach versus Kelly's structured playbook, could define the narrative for weeks to come. Even more intriguing is how the sideline itself reportedly erupted. Staffers and players allegedly shouted, gestured, and argued openly as the decision unfolded, creating a spectacle rarely seen in professional football. Some fans are calling it a revolt in real time, while others see it as a necessary spark for a team struggling to find consistency. Rumors are already swirling that locker room dynamics may shift, with veteran players having to mediate between the fiery quarterback and the steely coach. If this story is true, the Raiders could be on the edge of a turning point. Whether toward disaster or breakthrough depends on how Pickett and Kelly reconcile their differences. One thing is certain: the buzz isn't dying down anytime soon, and every fourth down decision from now on will be scrutinized under a microscope. In the high-stakes world of the NFL, a single play or a single argument can change the trajectory of a season. And for the Raiders, it seems the drama is only just beginning. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.